I'm here representing Agency Trade. Agency Trade is the development agency of the regional government. We belong to the Ministry of Economy, and we support investors and Andalusian company. I am representing, as I mentioned before, the Agency Trade, which is the agency that for the transformation and economical development of Andalusia and the regional government of Andalusia. So it's my pleasure to be here for the first time in India and to participate in this trade show. First of all, Spain. Well, Andalusia is part of Spain, and Spain is the first economy in Europe and the 14th in the world. It's the 10th country in the world with the less restrictive regulation for the international investment. And last year, in 2025, was the fastest growing major economy in the Eurozone. Andalusia, in Spain. We are currently one of the most dynamic regions in Spain, having an average growth over the national average growth. Andalusia is the second largest region in Spain, but is the most populated. By its extension can be comparable to like Belgium, like a European region. So our market is a very big market. Since 2019, we have a new regional government, more pro-business, trying to reduce the bureaucracy, because we think that less bureaucracy means more productivity. So our government has tried to avoid the duplicity and go directly to the most important step to get a permit. In terms of export, Andalusia represents the third largest region in export volume according to the last data provided in 2024. In terms of the main destination, obviously is Europe, but Asia also is growing. And in Asia, India also is very important for us. According to the last data, Andalusia ranked is the second Hispanic export region to India in Spain. And in Andalusia, Seville ranks first. What we export? The top 5 export product is aircraft, number 1. Second is machinery, equipment, electrical material, fat and oils. Okay, obviously Spain, Andalusia is the largest producer of olive oil, organic chemical products and nuclear reactors. And import, what we import? Machinery, equipment, electrical material, minerals, fuels, minerals, oil, finished textile products, clothing, and foundry, iron and steel. So for us, the India-EU Free Trade Zone Agreement is a great opportunity for India and for Spain. Investment. According to the data provided by the Embassy of India in Madrid base, they mentioned that there are around 90 Indian companies established in Spain. Most of the Indian companies are concentrated in Madrid and Catalonia. And why not Andalusia? Maybe because they're being attracted by the brand. Okay, they want to go to the center of the city of the country. But Andalusia is really very competitive. That's why I'm here. I would like to show you that we are more competitive in several sectors. Let's go. But those are companies that are coming from India and investing in Spain in the last 3 years. Mostly in biotech, in pharma, automotive, textile. In terms of the infrastructure, we are a very modern region. We are good connectivity by air, having 5 international airports. Malaga and Seville Airport rank 1 and 2nd in Andalusia. We have a direct destination to, for example, to come to India, they have to have very important. Using Turkish Airlines or Qatar Airways, you can go to India directly through Andalusia port. We have 3 free trade zones. In Spain, there are 7 free trade zones. 3 are located in the south. Where? In Seville. Seville is the capital of Andalusia. In Cadiz and Algeciras. Algeciras belongs to Cadiz. And Algeciras port is the largest container port in the Mediterranean, and it's a very good, offer very good connectivity to export to India. We have high-speed train and motorways. Well, in terms of high-speed train, Seville was the first line connecting, we had high-speed train connecting Seville to Madrid in 1992. In terms of technological centers and park, our region has around 12 technological centers and especially 8 technological parks. Focus specialized in different sectors. For example, in Seville we have Aeropolis. Aeropolis is the first technological park focused on aerospace in Spain. We have also in Granada, PTS Granada, focused on healthcare. And also in Malaga, Tech Park, focused on IT. There are other technological centers specialized in plastic, aerospace, metal, mechanic, advanced manufacturing, etc. Talent is very important. We have the largest pool of active workers in Spain. We have university, most of the university as public, but there are others private coming to Andalusia. And we have also vocational training. For example, for the aerospace, the government has created a new center for training, focus on mechanics for aerospace. The government has spent over 11 million euros to build the largest training center for the aerospace sector. We are really a reference in this sector. Key sector. Talking about the most important sector in Andalusia, I think there are synergies with India. Aeronautics, space, defense and security. We are the third largest European aerospace cluster. Biotech and health. We are the third region most important in Spain. Rigorous energy. We are driving the energy transition. We are leading the creation of the renewable energy, solar, wind, biomass. So in Andalusia, there are more than 300 days sunshine. And in total per year, it means more than 3,000 hours sunshine. That is very important. We are also attracting Chinese investor, for example, to produce electricity and to produce the solar panels. Agri-food. Agri-food is a very traditional, but it's the most. We are leader in agri-food innovation and also in production. Advanced industry metalworking, and we are also national leader in the basic metal industry, mining industry. We have also attracting investors coming from Canada, for example, to set up in the region. The chemical industry, we are the second largest region in chemical. First one is Catalonia, the second is base. We have chemical hub in Cadiz and Huelva. And logistics, we are very strong in logistics because we are one of the most largest export regions in Spain. ICT also, we are the third largest technology ecosystem, focused mostly in Malaga Tech Park and Seville Tech Park and also in Granada. So IT is really one of the most promising sectors in the region. And there's one special, very important new sector that we are trying to promote is the semiconductors and microelectronics. Thanks to the recent investment, IMEC is one of the leaders in the R&D activity in semiconductors. They have decided to set up a new facility, a new center in Malaga. So it means that at an investment estimate of more than 300 million euros, and with the creation of over 515 talented people in semiconductors. Aerospace. Let me give you some details about aerospace. As I mentioned before, we are the third hub in Europe after Hamburg and Toulouse, having finally assembly line, mostly established in Seville, which is the capital of Andalusia. We have a cluster of over 148 companies. This is a cluster called Andalucía Aerospace. Andalucía Aerospace is a private association that gathers more of the most dynamic aerospace companies. And over 30% of the total export of national aerospace export, and the industrial, talking about the industrial GDP, the contribution to the industrial GDP of aerospace represents over near 14%. Regarding the most important players, we have Airbus. We have a long tradition in the production of aircraft, over 100 years. Airbus has been the most traditional OEMs, but recently, Pilatus Aircraft is a very leader in the creation of jet aircraft at the site to set up a new facility in Seville after a strong competition with the rest of the region in Spain. So I'm proud to say that we won, and we are hosting two OEMs in the region of Andalusia. It's unique. It's a real success case. So Airbus is more focused on military and civil, and Pilatus for commercial civil aerospace. And regarding the Tier 1, we have two Tier 1 very, very important. It's Asitur Real Estate and Aernova. They have facility in the region. But recently, Sonaca is a very important industrial group from Belgium, has decided to partnering with Asituri to become the third largest in the world for aerostructure. So this is also a very important news for the region. These local suppliers, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, around several technological parts such as in Aeropolis. Capabilities. We have all the capability to design an aircraft, to construct, and to assembly. So we are one of the few regions in Europe that can do that. There are capability for airframe, for analysis testing, composite and plastic, engineering, electrical electronic system, utility, mechanical activity. Other capability, space, is another promising sector. This is growing because Andalusia, the government of Spain, has decided to set up the headquarters or the new agency for the space in Seville, the capital of Andalusia. Why? Attracted by the friendly environment. One success case regarding India is Mahindra Aerostructure is partnering with Aernova. So this is good. And also Tata partnering with Airbus. So there are two success cases. In terms of the infrastructure, we have Aeropolis, as I mentioned, the unique technological part focused on space. And also in Cadiz is another important province in the production of structure in aerospace, is Tecnobahia and Malaga Tech Park. Malaga is more focused in the engineering, linked to the aerospace cluster. And regarding the technological center, we have CATEC. It's the largest technological advanced center in Spain, with headquarters in Seville and having other centers in the north of Spain. We have also CFA. CFA means the Center for Advanced Manufacturing, located in Cadiz province. And Atlas. Atlas is like a laboratory to test and manage the system. It's one of the most important in Europe, and it's devoted to test UAVs and RPAS. This is another recent center focused on unmanned system in Huelva, Zeus. And CTDS is a new technological center under construction, most focused on defense, because defense also is important, defense and security. Main opportunity, as I mentioned, defense, security, civil aviation, the new space, UAVs, This picture belongs to Professor Aníbal Ollero. It's a reference in Europe in drones. Belongs to the University of Seville. MRO also is important to say, not only the construction of aircraft, also the maintenance of the aircraft. And Ryanair has one of the most important centers to maintain their fleet in Seville. NATO also has announced a new painting hangar in Seville. Others opportunity, zero-emission aircraft research. We have the case of a company coming from Australia that is investigating in the new electrical engine for aircraft. And also another advanced mobility, vertical takeoff, landing, etc. Healthcare. We have a well-established cluster in life science medical technologies. We have, according to our data, we have identified over 200 biotech companies. Most of the companies are small and medium-sized companies spin-off or startup from the university. In Spain, we rank the third region, the biotech region in Spain, and we have also technological part focused on healthcare, such as I mentioned before, in Granada. Talking about the production of pharma, most of the production is located in Madrid and Catalonia, around Barcelona and Girona. But in the south, in Andalucía, we have also other top pharma sites, such as the case of Rovi Laboratory. Rovi Laboratory is a Spanish company that had decided to expand in Granada. Why? Attract by the access to skilled workers, and because of the University of Granada having a long tradition over 500 years in healthcare. Also, this case, also B. Braun is a German company. They have facility production in Jaén. And in Almería, we have also Deretil, Laboratorios Durban, the Spanish companies. And why Andalusia? Because we have access to APIs, the basic components produced at the chemical ports in Andalusia. Most of the products are cumin, phenol, acetone, urea to produce ibuprofen, paracetamol, antibiotic. And the most important company is Moeve, former Cepsa. They have a very sited plant in the chemical port in Huelva. Huelva is next to Seville, just 1 hour. We have a public network, it's the largest in Spain and one of the largest in Europe. Why? Because Andalusia is a really very big region. So we cover 8 provinces. So we have most of the public, we have a public hospital and private. And most of the private hospitals are located around the coast of the sun, around Malaga. The advanced therapy in Andalusia is one of the most leaders program in research in biotech. Cabimer is the cell therapy and regenerative medicine program to make research in new molecular regenerative medicine. Genio is a partnership between Pfizer, University of Granada, and regional government to make research in oncology. And IBIMA is located at the Technical Park in Malaga too. There is a technical park focused on healthcare in Granada around the university, where we are more than 100 companies. Granada is very close to Malaga. It's 1 hour driving, so it's low that the connectivity is very, very good. And also it's very important to mention a cluster, IT cluster, linked with healthcare. There's an association, private association called On Granada which represent over 800 companies. Companies linked to IT, electronic, biotech, and also with application to healthcare. Incentive, okay. We have affordable ecosystem for investment and research in the region. We have different program to foster industrial development, R&D, training, job creation. Also, there are venture capital fund. The most important thing is that we provide incentive, but for us the most important that the investors feel comfortable, happy, that find the most feel good to find a good ecosystem to invest. Once that you invest, you can receive up to the maximum percentage of incentive permitted by the European Union. At the moment, it's up to 40% for large company, but in several cases, if you are setting up in Almería, and Cádiz, or Córdoba, you can get an additional bonus, and you can reach the total up to 50% incentive. Obviously, for the small and medium size, they can benefit a higher percentage of incentive. In terms of R&D, also they are the maximum percentage is up to 25%, and for the small and medium size, 50%. So there's a good ecosystem to invest for investors. We provide a special service to investors from the beginning, for the planning, for the soft landing, for aftercare, as mentioned before, in other development agencies. So this is very typical. Here, the most important is that there is a special project manager in case of the space. It's me, your contact person, in case of Pharma 2. So that always there will be a person that can guide you and to support your project. And once you establish in Andalucía, I will always guide you and will be, because the idea is to be a friendly administration, because administration in Andalucía is really very, very big, even for us. So to be a contact person in the administration is very useful to get permit, to go to the right people, to the right entity, and to go faster. And a special investor service is, as I mentioned before, our new government is more pro-business and is very worried about the papers. So they want to reduce the administrative procedures to accelerate your project. A unit called Project Accelerator Unit has been created in order to speed up all the bureaucracy in case of projects investing over 25 million euros and the creation of over 50 employments. The investor can benefit a reduction of the paperwork by half. That is unique in Spain. So this is show you that we want to be more flexible as administration, more pro-business. So I'm happy to be here. If you need more information, I will be at your disposal to continue our conversation. Thank you for your attention.